Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is me, Mysterious Cameraman, and today I am reacting and reviewing, and then eventually talking about Snow White and the Evil Queen trailer. I did not actually see this trailer. I heard a lot about it though, because I actually was writing an article for my school newspaper, just like normal, about the Snow White controversy with Disney, and I came across this trailer. And I used to watch her channel, Brett Cooper, who stars as Snow White. I used to watch it years ago. Stopped for a bit. I really don't remember much. What I do my video just finished. What I do remember though is that I thought I don't really remember much. I should probably turn off Do Not Disturb. What I think I heard about this film, it seems interesting, and then I did some digging into it. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I did a lot of digging into it though. And it seems there's some interesting feedback it's getting from it. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about this fan film, react and review to the teaser, as well as then we're going to talk about the real film and then kind of figure out why this film actually was made. Let's get into it. Oh man, that's a pretty good shot.
Once upon
I don't love that set. This is going to be one of those like teaser trailers
would
like one of those weird teaser trailers that like tell nothing. I think that's what I heard this one is.
Upon a time, but now that time is gone.
It looks well shot. It just doesn't look like a teaser trailer. Okay. I heard that this wasn't such a great. There's nothing else. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this. I did hear some things about this. I didn't hear much. I heard very little. Yeah. Let me just see if I can quickly find this. Because I did some research and I read about this thing. So, yeah, I'm not finding the article I was reading a bit ago. Yeah, I did some research, though, about this thing. It's really interesting. It's an interesting concept, really, to say the least. I think what really has to be thought about, man, it looks good. It looks pretty well shot. I'm not gonna lie about that. It looks well shot. But the issue that I'm running into when watching this very short teaser is why this was made. So, I think the best thing to do is like talk about why this thing was made. I really can, to be honest, I don't know. From the interviews I saw, they started thinking about doing something like this the day that the pictures of the racially diverse, whatever the crap dwarves that they're doing in the film. And they were like, okay, let's do it right. I think the thing that we thought about is this is a fan film. This is the fan film. It's taking from the source material. So yes, it is technically, by the rarest technicality, a fan film. Because I don't think they have Disney's authority to do this. But I think the biggest question that has to be asked in this is what is the motivation to troll Disney? Because I think a lot of people think that their motivation in this is to troll Disney and say, hey, here's how you do it. And it seems like that's what like Gavin J. Knopf did with Spider-Man Lotus. But my question really is this made to troll Disney, or is this made literally just to try to make a good Snow White film? Are they trying to avenge the title of Snow White, or are they trying to fight back against the title of Snow White, kind of, and like go against Disney? Because we know, I've seen her talk about it, she's not happy with how they're portraying Snow White in the real thing. I don't think anyone really is. But I've watched a lot of videos on this topic. I actually found this thing really fascinating, why they were making a Snow White fan film on this budgeted scale. Like, because what really shocks me about this is they said they're really just retelling Snow White. So what kind of shocks me is why are they just live actioning Snow White? Because that's kind of like if you're just gonna live action Snow White, I know Disney's gonna fail at that. And if the idea is just to laugh in Disney's face and that's what this is, then that kind of makes sense. But if there's some, like, other motivation, like they want to make a Snow White film, it just is interesting to me. Like, if you're just gonna, like, remake like, it just isn't, it's just an interesting concept to be like, this film that came out 85 years ago, we're now just gonna remake it in live action. I think it's both an interesting thing that Disney's doing it and that they're doing it. And what kind of is interesting to me is, like, what is the purpose of remaking it in both sense? The Disney one's just political views and it's stupid. But this one, what I think is very interesting about this one is it's clear that they're either trying to laugh in Disney's face or actually make a faithful live-action adaptation. And if they are just trying to make a faithful live-action adaptation, I think they're falling into the same plot hole that Disney's in. Because the issue that Disney's in is that they're trying to remake films that don't necessarily need remaking. People don't necessarily need to see this in live action. And that's a huge complaint Disney has been getting with all these films, like Aladdin, Mulan. And yes, they're changing the plot in a lot of these, so I guess that's a fair argument back at it. But a lot of people are just saying, why are you making this in the first place? And I think that argument can still be gone here. Why are they making a live action adaptation of a film that some people don't think need it? And if it is just to kind of laugh in Disney's face and they kind of say, and kind of just try to point out, like, kind of this being like a rebellion against Disney, like, this is how you make a good live action adaptation. Maybe Disney isn't as, like, perfect as everyone says they are. Maybe we should start looking into it. Then I think that there's a bigger theme to it than on what's on the surface. But I think it's a really weird thing that they're just challenging Disney up front. Like, I get with real fan films, like, full-on, like, things like Spider-Man Dead No More, Back to Basics, Lotus, Beyond Negative, Bounty, any fan film, really. I just named some Spider-Man ones. It's all about kind of, like, making your own story of it. And I think that makes sense, like, if you're trying to tell your own fun comic-based story, because there's so much rich stories in the comics that are probably never going to be told. But here, they're not interested in telling a new story. They're interested in retelling an old story. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing as, like, making, like, a Spider-Man fan film that's just Spider-Man 1. Like, I guess if there is some sort of, like, deeper meaning to it that I just don't know about, or the public doesn't just know about, then that it makes more sense. But I just don't feel like there's a reason for them just to make another live-action Snow White when there's a whole group of people who are like, just stop making live-action adaptations no matter what the reason is. Because it's just a cash grab. So why are they then falling into the same trap if they're trying to say that they can do it better than Disney almost? Because that's what it looks to the audience like it's seeming. Why else would they make the just Snow White in live action if it's not just to kind of laugh in Disney's face, or that's really the only option? If there's some sort of, like, deeper meaning that the whole cast is, like, has, like, some sort of weird, like, secret, like, love for Snow White, and then they're trying to, like, make it into live action, just, like, kind of stand up to Disney, then that's a little different. But I feel like they have to, like, make it clear why they're making this project. Because I think the idea of them, why they're making a project like this, can actually lead to more people watching it. If the idea of them making this film is just to be toxic to Disney, that could actually get them some viewers if they just say that. But if the idea of them making this project is kind of just, like, if they're not going to reveal it or just be like, we just wanted to make a Snow White film, then I feel like that's interesting. But I think they're doing it because they think they can do it right. Because they started production on this the day that the Dwarf pictures came out, or whatever they are. So I guess they're like, okay, we want to make a fateful live-action Snow White. But I think they went from trying to save it into falling into another one of Disney's traps, which is the idea that they don't need to make it into live action. But honestly, who knows? This is coming out, I think, in 2024. I'm definitely curious about this project because it's unlike any fan film I've ever even seen conceived. Like, I've never seen a fan film so, like, weird. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But there's probably things I'm missing. I did do some research. I probably didn't do as much research as I needed to do, like I do on my other bigger scaled fan film videos. Because this is a bigger scale fan film. Like, I can't do research for some, like, even, like, fan films that get a few 10,000 views, I can't do so much research for that because there's not many people who are reviewing that. There are actually plenty of those fan films that I'm the only person who reviews for a few days. But I feel like this, on bigger scale fan films, I definitely do a lot more research, like with Superman Solar, Spider-Man Lotus, what's the other one? There's another, I don't remember. There's another high-scaled fan film that I completely am blanking on. Oh, Mudblood. Yes, Mudblood. That's another high-budget one. But I just feel like that there's some sort of hidden meaning to why this is made, and that, to me, is more interesting than... Because we don't know anything about this yet. So, the only speculation you can really have is why this is made, and I wasn't actually planning on making a video about this. I heard about it, I didn't really want to make a video on it, but then it started nagging at me. I was like, honestly, why was this made? And I honestly am just curious, and it's very different than other fan films. So, yeah, I'm just curious why this thing is going to be made. And all of it looks good so far. It looks like they're trying to spin in Disney's face. And, I don't know, I just think it's interesting. I think it's a very interesting concept for a fan film. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already voted for the Fan Film Awards 2023, go do that now. In the description, you can either vote or you can do the feature ballot. The feature ballot is if you are a fan film creator and you want to throw in your trailer into the event, fill out that form. Or if you want to vote for the Fan Film Awards, go vote. That is the voting form below. 10 awards. Let's see who's going to win. Form closes sometime in December. Haven't picked the date yet. I think I actually did. I'm just blanking on it. Yeah. Besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.